And we're back.
Oh. There's a big holiday coming up, isn't there?
Which one?
Which one?
Yeah, which one? Big holiday.
You don't know which one? Give you a hint. Cookies.
Oh, that one.
Mm-hmm.
Greetings and welcome to another episode of Catholicism and Coffee. I am Stephen Gosinski.
I am Beth Kaczynski.
We talk about Catholicism, all things Catholic, and enjoy some great brews. Today we're going to be talking about Christmas movies.
Yay!
Yes, it is a joyous time. I won't sing the song for you because, well, we don't want me singing a song. So, there's the big debate in all circles, secular and Christian, what makes a Christmas movie?
So there's some criteria for that, and it's kind of vague too. So, does it tell the story of the Nativity, the Christmas story? Does it take place on or near Christmas? Was it maybe created to be a Christmas movie or Christmas TV special? There's a lot of those out there that we love.
Mm-hmm.
And some of these Christmas movies, they have really good Christian or Catholic themes, even if they're not religious movies. So, which one should we talk about first?
Why don't you go ahead? You already have some ideas, I'm sure.
Well, one of my favorite Christmas movies is It's a Wonderful Life. So, okay, one of the characters is an angel. There's a Catholic theme right there. But it goes beyond just, oh, there's an angel in it. So we have George Bailey. He is a very common, average man in a small town that he does not really like all that much. But you see, he touches a lot of people's lives just by who he is. And It's a Wonderful Life shows us our worth as humans because George hits rock bottom. He says, I wish I'd never been born. So his guardian angel Clarence says, okay, I'm going to show you what things would be like if you were never born. And his town is not a great place. His younger brother died because when his brother was a kid, George saved him. There's a lot of people who don't have homes because George works for the Bailey Building and Loan and he helps people to afford houses, otherwise they have to turn to the greedy rich man named Mr. Potter who runs everything else. But people are like, I wouldn't have a home if it weren't for George Bailey. So just by doing these small things, the little way as we know it from St. Therese, he makes a huge difference in people's lives. And he has a real servant's heart by wanting to help people, wanting the best for them.
Yeah, he even introduces like a guy to his wife, his future wife and stuff. So he just does these things. He's not,
Yes.
He's wired a certain way.
Yes.
So that's a great example. We've got other Christmas movies. Obviously, the Nativity Story, which we did a very thorough review on. Check previous episode for said review. We got A Christmas Carol. It takes place during Christmas. It has a man who is the Mr. Potter of his little English village.
Ebenezer Scrooge. I think we all know the name.
Yeah, Ebenezer Scrooge, and he experiences. He has this profound encounter with spirits, which we could assume to be angels or some kind of supernatural entities. To kind of show him what's really going on around him, what's not just in his narrow view, and he has this profound change because he sees how he's harming people and what his actions or inactions will cause.
Yeah, and even though it's not religious in nature really, it's still a conversion story. And as Catholics, we love a good conversion story.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And this one is very controversial. The lead actor in it says it's not a Christmas movie. I trust the director, who says it is a Christmas movie, Die Hard. Now, some people are going to be like, how Die Hard a Christmas movie? It's just a Christmas party. Well, here's the thing. It's about a man, John McClane, who is trying his best. He's just an average cop, out of his element, and he's just trying to reunite with his family. He and his wife are separated. And he's just trying to reunite his broken family because she moved to Los Angeles while he stayed in New York. And they're trying to work some stuff out. And these harsh events bring the two of them together. So it's a great Christmas movie because Christmas is about family and trying to heal the brokenhearted and such. So this film actually portrays that actually quite well. So we've got those. Those are a couple of Christmas movies in there.
Yeah, there's one other I want to talk about. It's very popular, especially a few years ago. A Christmas Story. How many of us grew up watching it? I did.
I didn't.
Yeah, well, you had a deprived childhood.
It's true.
But it's a silly, ridiculous little Christmas film about a young boy who wants a Red Ryder BB gun, and he goes to all these lengths because he wants that BB gun for Christmas. He asks his parents. He writes an essay about it for school. He asks Santa at the mall. And Christmas morning, good news, he gets his Red Ryder BB gun. But it's more about just the BB gun because we see the family and how they have a Christmas together. How the father makes the best out of a bad situation because they're ready to have Christmas dinner. They've got this big turkey, which he's been excited about forever. Mm-hmm. And then the neighbor's dogs, the Bumpus Hounds, come and steal the turkey. So how are they going to have Christmas without Christmas dinner?
We are going out to eat. And they go to a Chinese restaurant of all places. It's a quirky little Christmas film, but it's about, and it's this is healing a family, trying to make the best out of really bad situations, because they're not rolling in the dough or anything. Their car is literally held together by spit and baling twine. And the kids are just trying to make the best out of things. And the sequel, A Christmas Story Christmas, great sequel, great follow-up, and it has a very similar theme, and it's a very good tribute.
Yes, and we see in A Christmas Story, despite all the insanity and how things did not go great, the kids still look back on it as a very wonderful memory, a very beautiful Christmas, a very happy time.
Yeah, and it shows that their parents love them, despite their quirkiness and sometimes their obstinance in certain situations. It's just, it comes off really well.
Yes, and the whole, oh, you can't get a BB gun, you'll shoot your eye out. The first person to say that is Ralphie's mother. But then when he goes and he does shoot his eye out, in his words, she just takes care of him. And he even comes up with a story that an icicle fell in his eye. She doesn't believe it, we know it. But she still shows him love and care. And she's not like, you're lying to me, you really used your BB gun. It's like, no, icicles are dangerous, you're lucky.
She's a good mom.
She is.
And his dad is a good dad, even though he can be a bit abrasive and obnoxious, but God bless him. It's a brilliant little movie, mm-hmm. and just very enjoyable, very, very good for the family.
Yes. So speaking of good for the family, there's also some wonderful cartoon specials out there that are around Christmas time.
Mm-hmm. What should we do first? Because there's a couple that hold a special place in our respective hearts.
Let's start with the Charlie Brown Christmas.
Okay, you know that one better than I do.
Okay, so this one is interesting because Linus, one of the Peanuts characters, actually shares the Christmas story. I believe it's the Gospel of Luke.
It is Luke from the King James Bible because,
yes.
Who's the creator? Charles Schulz.
Yes.
It was an adamant Christian. There were times that later on the networks tried to cut that part out of the Christmas specials, and he basically said, yeah, you try that, that won't go well for you.
Yeah. And
they kept it in, and so God bless him and his family, because they've kept that going.
Yeah, but for Charlie Brown Christmas overall, if you don't know it, throughout the whole thing, Charlie Brown's feeling kind of down and depressed. He's like, why does there have to be a holiday to remind me of how depressed I am? And then he's just talking about how Christmas is so commercialized, and Snoopy, his dog, is decorating his doghouse to enter a lights and display contest, and his younger sister is writing to Santa Claus asking for 10s and 20s. And then Charlie Brown at one point is just like, is there anyone who can tell me what Christmas is all about? Then Linus says, yeah, I'll tell you what Christmas is all about. And then he shares the passage from the Bible and then says, and that is what Christmas is all about. And then it ends with the characters who all decide Charlie Brown's little tree, which was very tiny and dead and falling apart, is not such a bad little tree. It just needs a little love.
Yep, and they zhuzh it up and it turns out really nicely, and he's trying to direct their Christmas play and it's going straight down to the tubes.
Yeah.
He's trying his best, but there's only so much he can do.
Yes.
It's a great little special.
It is.
All right, I'm going to go for my favorite and the cat's favorite. You can probably hear her. The Garfield Christmas special. So, for those of you who are not familiar with Garfield, Garfield is an orange tabby cat. He is very, shall we say, a bit self-centered. At the beginning of the film, of the short, he is having a dream that he basically gets anything he wants. Greed, avarice, I love it. And then he wakes up.
Breakfast lasagnas.
A line of breakfast lasagnas.
He loves lasagna. Don't feed your cats lasagna though.
That's very bad for cats.
Yes.
So he's then woken up by John, his owner, and John informs him that they're going to the farm because his parents are farmers. They go to the farm to see his parents, his grandmother, his brother, and Garfield's not too happy about it. I could probably quote this verbatim, but I'm going to do it because I can. Why is it every Christmas I have to go to this stupid old farm to see some stupid old relatives and be drug out of my warm bed? Why can't they come here where my nice warm bed is? I didn't put that exactly, but that's the gist. And at first he is adamant about not going. He goes, because he has no choice, he's a cat. They go to the farm, and he encounters Grandma, he hadn't met Grandma at this point.
Yeah, it's implied that he has not.
And she is very fond of him and John's dog, Odie.
But mostly Garfield.
Mostly Garfield. And she's having a little bit of a rough time because her husband, John's grandfather, had died not too terribly long.
Within the past year.
Within the past year or so. So she's having a bit of a time. And so she's like feeding scraps to Garfield. And Garfield decides, I'm just going to hang out with her because she's pretty cool. And there's one moment where she's extremely vulnerable, talking about how, despite the fact that her husband didn't talk much, he was very stoic. He would always go to all this work. His love language was service, acts of service. So he would do all this stuff for the kids to show that he loved them. And she was expressing how much she missed that. And yes, it is very sad kitten. So she talks about all this, and Garfield decides, I'm going to do something nice for Grandma. So he's searching through the attic, or is it a barn?
The garage.
It was a barn.
Yes.
It was the barn. Odie decides to make a nice present for Garfield in the barn too. But he decides to go through the barn, and he finds old love letters that Grandpa wrote and gives them to Grandma. Because she didn't know where they were. Because, I mean, you move around and stuff changes, and you're just like, where the heck is all my old stuff? Especially if you're a hoarder. I would know. I lived with one. No, it's not my wife.
Well, thank you, dear.
You're not a hoarder.
I try.
Thank God. So, eventually they have these beautiful moments where everyone's just together, they're enjoying a good time, they're having good food. So they have this whole kit and caboodle, no pun intended, and it's a beautiful moment, and it's just heartfelt, and it brings a tear to the eye to really enjoy family time together.
And at the end, Garfield even says, he gets sentimental for a moment. Christmas isn't about the giving, it's not about the getting, it's about the loving.
Yep. He has one piece of wisdom, which he usually does in most of his shows at one point or another. But still, it's nice to have a character who is mostly known to be incredibly selfish to have that moment of vulnerability.
Mm-hmm. It just shows us what Christmas is really about, because we're remembering the birth of Christ. We're remembering Christ's life, all he did for us, why he came to earth, why he became man.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to reflect that joy that love, that generosity. So Christmas, yes, it is a Christian holiday first and foremost. It's been secularized a lot, but at the heart of it, you can still see these Christian and these Catholic ideals of giving, of loving, of sharing, of joy.
So so anything else you want to add?
That's all I can think of.
Okay, I'm good too. So hopefully you got some ideas to look up some Christmas stuff if you are like looking for a new movie tradition or something like that. We have our own list that we go through each year, and we've added some stuff to it here.
We have.
So definitely check those out. We went into a little bit on movies here, but the better place to go would be our course, Morality in Movies, which you can find on our website. We go a lot deeper than we did on this video because we have a lot more time on those, and we wanted to arm you with the tools to find good Christian themes in movies.
Yes, so if you liked this episode, I think you will like Morality in Movies a lot. There are so many movies there, spanning from like the 1940s through the 2010s, late 2010s. We have several genres. We've got animated films. We've got some that are a little more adult.
Yeah, we have 2 R-rated films, so for the most part, you can watch this for the most part with your kids.
Yes.
There are a couple of R-rated films in there, just for your information.
Also, Christmas is quickly approaching. If you need a last-minute gift, our Advent and Christmas books are still marked down over on Amazon, and yes, they're on Prime, so you can get your 2-day or however many days it is where you live shipping. So please go check those out if you haven't already.
Yeah.
And they're ebooks too, so instant delivery.
There you go. So we got a lot of cool stuff, and also check out our website in general. Not just for the course. We've been putting up blog posts and such. We actually we have a good blog post that you and I co-wrote about the course and our thoughts on films and the pop culture in general from a Catholic perspective.
Yes.
We'll be publishing more blog posts up there soon.
Yeah, and if you want to learn more about our course before you purchase it, please read our blog post about it, check out our other videos where we talk about it. We did a live a while back where we went into some more details. And please check out our course. We put a lot into it. We had so much fun doing it.
Yeah. We did the math. That was 14 man-hours.
Yes.
Give or take.
Per lesson.
Per lesson.
Yes. And it's great for like a small group study.
Mm-hmm. So for any of you who are church ministry leaders and trying to find something like adult faith formation and such, this would be quite ideal for you. It is reasonably priced.
Yes. And you have full access forever. It's not subscription based. So
nope.
We have a digital workbook with every genre package. You can download and print as many copies as you want, whether you want to print 5 or 5,000.
Yeah, just don't lose the file.
Yeah, don't lose the file.
If you can find the file, you'll be fine.
Yes.
Yeah, and again, all those are, as I said, they're very reasonably priced. We tried to make it as affordable as we could,
Yes.
but also to be like, hey, we didn't just snooze and lose. We both put in a lot of work in various areas, so please consider it, pray about it, think about it, review it.
Yes, and right now you can use the code ADVENT2024 and you get, I believe, 15% off.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is a pretty nice little discount.
It helps. Every little bit helps,
Yes.
especially these days.
Yes.
So do you have any other thoughts, comments, concerns?
That's all I have.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, be bold, be brave, be courageous.
Drink coffee.
Drink coffee or tea.
And eat cookies.
Yeah, enjoy your cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were working on those recently, so that's why they're still on camera. So enjoy, and Merry Christmas.
Happy end of Advent.
Happy end of Advent. We'll see you next year. God bless. Is there nothing to watch anymore? Oh, for the love of all that is holy. No. Oh, for the... No.
Are you struggling to find something to watch?
Gee, what gave you that idea?
You've been scrolling through quite some time. Talk about how terrible everything is.
Well, can you blame me? They can't even tell if a boy's a boy, a girl's a girl, and the morality in these films is all screwed up. Bad guys are good guys are bad. What is this nonsense?
You know, if you look, you can actually find a lot of good things in movies, even today's movies.
Do you have a special search engine or something? I am not taking one of those, filter everything out. We tried that.
No search engine, no filters. But you can check out Catholicism and Coffee's upcoming course, Morality in Movies.
Those two characters, you talk about Catholicism all day, don't they have something better to do?
They like movies, I heard.
That actually doesn't sound too bad. So, where can I find this? Well, when is it coming out?
It's going to be on their website later this year.
Oh, okay. That actually doesn't sound too terrible. I hope they're not just doing Christian movies and stuff like that.
Oh no, not at all. They're doing all kinds of movies. Lots of different genres, different eras. They've got Star Wars, Harry Potter, Pixar, superheroes, all kinds of good stuff.
I guess I'll check that out.
I think you should.
So there you have it, there you are. We are actually delving into movie criticism.
From a Catholic point of view.
Absolutely, and we're going to be talking about all kinds of multiple movies over multiple genres. It's very exciting. You may have just with Beth, you may have some just with me, and there are a couple that we actually do together.
Yes.
So, check out our Morality in Movies that Catholicism and Coffee is proudly presenting, and we hope you actually enjoy these. You can pick and choose of the different movies or the different genres. We have some package deals. We'll have all that worked out for you, and you'll get to see all of that on our website, which will be linked in this video.
So stay tuned for more.
God bless.